Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan and you're watching my Defiant Wrestling Refuse to Lose predictions. So you might notice I'm in a bit of an odd setup. It's because I've kind of just rushed to get this out because at this rate I didn't think I was going to get the predictions done, so I've kind of just quickly set this up and yeah, let's just jump straight into the predictions. So of course the show's tomorrow. So yeah. If you're going, hopefully I'll see you there. If you're not going, hopefully you'll be watching on Access Defiant. Yeah. So, again, straight into the predictions. So, I've got the list here, and I'll be going from bottom up. So let's just start with the returning SCC, South Coast Connection, Kelly Six and Ashley Dunn, taking on CCK's Chris Brooks and a mystery partner who, of course, will be a part of predictions, but we'll come to him at the end. So I'll do all of this and then we'll come back over for the mystery partner. For me, it comes down to whoever the mystery partner is. Like, I have a prediction for it, but it depends. The prediction isn't what matters, it's who it actually is. But I feel like it's going to be SCC because it's a tag team match really, and I feel with Kid Like Us being being injured for quite a lot of the run, Chris Brooks has become quite a singles competitor in Defiant. So I see him just carry on with a bit of singles, where South Coast Connection, I can see them taking the win and maybe getting themselves a future title shot. Who's to know? So next up we have Nathan Cruz versus David Starr. So this match came to be from the Ringmaster Finals. Stuff happened and we came to Nathan Cruz versus David Starr. And that is, yeah. So for me this is one of my very first favourites, which was David Starr. When I first started going to these shows, it was Refused to Lose last year and the way I defined with Mike Bailey, where I was like, David Starr and he's amazing. And that was really where it hit levels for me with him. And then of course he had his matches with Walter, which I watched, and yeah, it just hit me. And David Starr became top of the line, and then came 3CW and Nathan Cruz, and from there he became a favourite. So this is just a battle of favourites for me. So yeah, I'm going to go. I don't even see. I've had like 2 different lists of predictions and now I'm making them up on the spot. I feel like it's going to have to be Cruz. Don't ask me why. It could. Some people could see it's biased because Nathan Cruz is my guy right now, but maybe it is biased, I don't know, because like I say, I just feel like it's his match to win. Sorry, David. And now next we have the only women's match on the card, which is Lana Austin taking on Kaylee Ray. This match didn't really have much of a build to it, if any, but I still expect a good match. And yeah, I feel like on both lists, I've had Kaylee Ray down as my pick to win, but here and now, I'm going to say Lana Austin. Lana Austin. Oh wait, can I do that? Yeah, I'm going to have to just go with it. Lana Austin. I've put predictions out and I've already said Kaylee Ray, but whoops, last minute switch swap to Lana Austin. So Lana Austin is my pick to win. Yeah. And then next up, we have El Phantasmo taking on Brent Banks. Now this match was of course originally supposed to be El Phantasmo versus Walter for the Internet Championship, but for reasons I believe unknown right now, Walter had to drop out, and so we have this match. Now, Brent, I've heard good things about him on Twitter, and I watched his match with Mike Bailey from the Canadian World Cup tournament thing that WCPW did. And great match. And it gave me a very big showing of what to expect from Brent. And I expect it to be a great match. But I have to go with El Phantasmo just because he is the number one contender for the Internet Championship. So it makes sense for him to keep that momentum. So El Phantasmo is my pick for El Phantasmo versus Brent Banks. So now we come to Rory Coyle, the last true sick boy, taking on the young bull, Gabriel Kidd. Gabe was someone that I really enjoyed from Defiant / WCW first beginning. He was someone that kept me hooked, and of course he had his nice run with the Internet Championship and whatnot. But Rory Coyle, especially with how this match came about with Gabe's new attitude and attacking Jay, of course Jay being the GM, yeah, you know this if you're watching. But yeah, and obviously that's what kind of triggered Rory to come out and help him, because as we know, Jay, the former primate, is no longer suitable for in-ring competition, so to be attacked, not cool. And yeah, I haven't really predicted it ever. I haven't even made a pick. I'm just talking about the match. I'm going with Rory, basically. I just feel like Gabe's got this attitude with him, but Rory now has this. Again, I'm not very good with words, especially when I'm trying to think of big words. I'll go with reason. He has this reason to take out Gabe, and that's because Gabe attacked Jay. So, yeah, I'm picking Rory. So now we come to the two originals, the square off between Joe Hendry versus Martin Kirby. We've had this series, we've had no count outs, no DQs, we've had madness, but it all comes to close with the I Quit match. Again, this is like an attitude type of match. Like, Gabe, going back to that match, Gabe and Martin were very much the two fan favourites way back in the beginning, but it's only in recent time that they've had this new attitude about them. But it's two very different attitudes. Gabe just became a bit of a disrespectful prick. But for Martin, it's more he feels like he's been underutilised by Defiant and disrespected by Defiant. So it is what it is. They've had two rumbles and he's won them both, but disrespect is disrespect if that's what it is in his eyes. I ain't going to complain against the man. I don't mind him, I suppose, but you come to an I Quit match, a match that is literally can only be won by the other guy, forcing the other guy to say I quit. I mean, Joe Hendry, you're looking at the Commonwealth. Oh, he wasn't the Commonwealth champion. He entered the Commonwealth, but he won the British Wrestling Gold Medal for a weight class. It's basically, what I'm saying is, this is a dude that does know how to quit. He's always reaching for high levels. I just don't see him saying, I quit. So, just for that, I feel like it's going to be Joe getting the win. The match could go on for 3 days straight. I don't expect it to, but it could. And I just don't see Joe being the one to say I quit, because I just don't think he has that bone in his body to say I quit. He just has to keep on rising to the top. So yeah, Joe to win that match. Now, one of the first matches, if not the first match to be booked for Refuse to Lose, it is Tag Team Champions Aussie Open taking on number one contenders Alpha Bad. Another one which is a bit of an iffy pick, because Aussie Open are great, Alpha Bad are great. I feel like if this match happened 2 months ago, which of course is when Alpha Bad, was it 2 months ago? Well, it wasn't that long ago. Alpha Bad won the number one contendership at Fight or Flight, I think. No, was it Stacked? I think it was Stacked that they won the number one contendership. Either way, yes, they won the number one contendership, but I feel like that was around the World of Sport Wrestling momentum, which of course is where Alpha Bad made their fame. and that was obviously like a high peak for them. Where I'm not saying that peak's fully gone, but in terms of momentum, I feel like it's all in the side of Aussie Open. But I also feel like Alphabet, just because that World Sport stuff faded away, doesn't mean their bromance faded away. Also, why are you doing such good cards? I can't pick. Each match I've struggled to pick someone. New champions. I'm going to say Alphabet. We're going to get some new champions with Alphabet winning. Yeah. Alphabet to win. And now we come to the main event. The Defiant World Championship will be on the line with the champion Rampage, taking on the ringmaster, John Bad Bones Klinger. Yet another tough match to pick between. Because Bad Bones, well, he won the ringmaster tournament, he's proved himself to be a worthy competitor. Whereas Rampage, I mean, he had all the momentum when he won the championship, but of course he took his injury, which took him out of play for a bit. So it depends on how much that is a nagging injury. He could be 100%, he could be at 95%. Who's to know? Well, obviously he knows. Again, why are you making these so difficult? I'm going to go with Rampage. That Rampage... do I? Yeah, Rampage it has to be. I could see John Klinger, Bad Bones, many names. I could see him winning it. I wouldn't be angry if he won it. But again, this is predictions and you're making me pick. So I'm going to have to go with Rampage. Well, you're not making me pick, but it's predictions, so I have to pick. That's what I was meant to say. So yeah, Rampage to retain. But I could see Bad Bones having a... And it'd be cool to see him have an internet championship run. But we have lots of number one contenders already set up for that because of other things. So hopefully we won't see the last of Bad Bones, whether he wins or loses. Well, if he wins, obviously we'll see more of him because he'll be the champion. But if he loses, hopefully it's not the end. Yeah, I'm just kind of muttering on here. So Rampage to win the main event. But now jumping back, like I said, the mystery partner for Chris Brooks. There's been a billion different people that I've thought of. I really can't decide on one. I feel like I've got my wishful dream pick, which is Marty Skrull. I very much doubt it, but the villain in the squid was just too good to turn down as a name, so I kind of just wanted to put that in. Like I say, that's just a wishful thinking of Marty Skrull, but for an actual possibility that isn't so wishful but would still be cool, I'm going to go with Omari. Yeah. Omari and Chris Brooks versus SEC. That'd be a rather fun match, I'd say. So Omari is my pick. And that is my predictions for Refuse to Lose 2018. Again, the show's happening tomorrow. But a couple of things before I go. So, obviously, if you've watched my videos before, like my predictions or whatnot, you will know about Richard, who isn't here right now, but he is going to be at the show tomorrow, and so I got his predictions, and so I shall blast through them now. So, he's picked SEC, South Coast Connection, to win the tag match, David Starr to win Cruising Star, Kaylee Ray, El Phantasmo, Rory Coyle, Martin Kirby, Aussie Open and Rampage, and he picked Speedball Mike Bailey as Chris Brooks' partner. Yeah, so those are Richard's picks. And finally, as you know, my Patreon will be in the description. Support will always be lovely. Right now we're on one, which is Kirsty with her blogs of brilliance. And if you want to check out her blogs, I will leave a specific one in the description. Her Refuse to Lose predictions, along with her sister Stacey and friend Jordan. So yeah, that will be in the description. Check out that as well as the rest of her blogs through that. A link to her Twitter will also be there, so you can tell her what you think of her predictions. So yeah, If you would like to support me on Patreon, again, link in the description. Bye!